Hello, today we are going to make this website. This is the landing page Hussain coders. This is about these are the navigation bars. This is the logo. This is the call button. As you can see, this is the header of the website. This is the about section. As you can see, a picture and some paragraphs. This is the gallery portion, testimonial part of website, and footer of website. As you can see, today we are going to make this website complete by using Visual Studio Code, and in Visual Studio Code we are going to use HTML and CSS. This is the basics of the HTML, and here we have connected our style sheet with the CSS file folder, and I have used the Google font for this website, and you can check the Google font here. You only have to copy this part and paste it here. Okay, so this is the title, landing page Hussain coders. As you can see, here is the title, landing page Hussain coders. Okay, so header starts from here. Now we are going to create this header. Okay, in header we have the navigation bar and a text and picture with the search portion or search bar. Now header with the class of header and ID header. I am going to mostly use the class here, div class with the name of header navigation, and div class row. I am using row here to center our content. As you can see, navigation starts from here. Nav class with the name of nav, and anchor point for the logo class with the name of logo, and here is the logo. As you can see it here. Okay, unordered list class with the name of nav list. Okay, and in the list we have used nav list 2. Okay, class with the name of nav list item, and in nav item we have used the anchor point class with the name of nav link, and here is the link. You only have to copy this portion and you can place it 1, 2 and 3 times. Home, about, services, product and testimonial. As you can see, home, about, services, product and testimonial. Okay, now unordered list is closed. Now the second div is started, class with the name of nav call, and div class with the name of nav call text, and here is the text for the call. We are creating this portion. Okay, and here is the class nav call number, and here is the number and the div is closed and the nav is closed. Now moving further, div class header hero, and again a div class with the name of row to center our content. Heading class with the name of heading primary, and here is the heading. As you can see, here is the heading. Okay, so as you can see, I have used figure class with the name of header hero photo, and here I have used the image, background image. As you can see, this image, and class with the name of header hero image, and div class with the name of header hero overlay. As you can see, I am using the same class. Okay, only adding the extra classes here to emphasize or summarize different things. Okay, and now I have created this image or placed this image. Now I am going to make this portion. Okay, for this I am going to use the form class with the name of form, and div class with the name of form group, and for the input text type text class with the name of form input, and placeholder is city, zip and code, and anchor point with the name of class with the name of button primary for the search. As you can see, this button. Okay, the form is closed for the para class with the name of header text, and here is the text. The para is closed and the div is closed. As you can see, this para that we have created. Okay, now the header is closed and the section about section is started, and this is the about section. In the about section we have used heading, some content and a image. Okay, section starts from here as you can see and ends here. Okay, section class with the class with the name of about, div class with the name of row as you can see to center our content, heading class with the name of heading secondary about. Okay, and here is the heading. Class with the name of about flex, as you can see we are using the flex here, and div class with the name of about photo, and here is the image class with the name of about photo image, and the div is closed. Again the div is started, class with the name of about text box. As you can see we have placed the image. Now we are moving to text box. Para class with the name of about text box para, and here is the text, and class with the name of about text para underline. This is to underline some content as you can see. Okay, let me show you here. Here is the some content which is underlined. Okay, now class about class with the name of about text box para, and here is again some para as you can see. Okay, and then the para is closed. In the next div class with the name of about text box content, as you can see this contact me and this content. For this content we are going to use the div class with the name of about text box grid. We are going to use the grid here. Class with the name of about text box grid item, and class with the name of about text box grid heading. As you can see these are the headings and this is the content. Sorry, this and this. Okay, for the class div class with the name of about text box grid details, these are the details. You only have to copy this portion and you can place it 3 times. As you can see 1, 2 and 3 times. Okay, as you can see the resemblance here, about text box grid item and about text box grid headline. Okay, you can place it 3 times, then the section is closed. Okay, now moving further to the gallery portion. Here we have used the images, some text and number. Okay, this section starts from here and ends here. Okay, section class with the name of gallery, div class with the name of row to center our content, div class gallery grid and div class gallery grid item. Again we are using the grid here. Class with the name of gallery grid item photo, and this is the image with class with the name of gallery grid item photo image, and div class with the name of gallery grid item photo overlay. As you can see this is the main class we are using. We are only adding different classes here. As you can see gallery grid item, then photo. You can see we have only added the 2 extra classes here. Okay, the div is closed. Then in the next div class with the name of gallery grid item text box. For the text box, as you can see this is the text box. Div class with the name of gallery grid item text box heading, and here is the heading. Now div class gallery grid item text box detail. As you can see here is the detail, the heading and the detail. Okay, so the div is closed. Okay, you only have to copy this grid, starts from here and ends here. Okay, and you can place it 3 times, 1, 2 and 3 times. So or 2 times because I have created the one already. Okay, you can copy it and place it 2 times, first and second. You only have to change the image, the heading and the text box detail. You can see it here. Okay, now moving further, the section listing. In section listing या feature listing, for the listing section, we it is started from here and ends here, as you can see. For the section listing, section class with the name of listing, div class with the name of row, heading class with the name of heading tertiary listing. This is the main class that we are using, and then this is the extra class that we will use later on, and here is the heading. Okay, as you can see. Now we are going to use the flex for this purpose, for the image and for the text. Okay, div class with the name of listing item 1, and div class with the name of listing item flex, div class with the name of listing item photo. As you can see, in the flex we have used the photo section, and we are going to use the image class with the name of listing image photo image, and in the div class with the name of listing item photo gallery, and the div is closed. Okay, in the next portion, div class with the name of listing item text box. As you can see, here is the image and here is the text box. So we are going to create this text box. In this text box, div class with the name of listing item text box sale, and this is for the sale, as you can see. Again, div class with the name of listing item text box price, listing item text box text. We are only creating different classes and pasting the content here. In the new div class with the name of listing item text box grid, now we are going to use the grid for this purpose. Div class with the name of listing item text box grid items, and in the item we are going to use the heading portion and details. Okay, again you can see these are the details that we need to add here. As you can see, for the items, class with the name of listing item text box grid item, and in the item we are going to use the heading portion and grid detail. As you can see it here, beds and 3 baths and 1 build and some content. And now we are going to create the class listing item text box grid item. Again, as you can see, you only have to copy this div, starts from here and ends here, and paste it 1 and 2 times. Only have to change this grid heading and grid detail. Okay, so you can see the learn more portion, and the learn more portion is here. Okay, div class with the name of listing item text box more, and here is the more content. The div is closed. You only have to copy this div. As you can see, starts from here and ends here. You can remove the learn more section and ends here. Okay, you only have to copy this div. Okay, now you have to add the learn more portion too, because here is also the learn more portion. You have to add the learn more portion too. You can start from here and ends there. Okay, you can copy this and paste it. We have created this, and now 1, 2 times. You can place it 2 times. You only have to change the content of the different things. Okay, now moving further to the footer section. As you can see, the footer section starts from here and ends here. For the footer, you can see this is footer. Footer class with the name of footer, div class with the name of row to center our content, heading class with the name of heading 4, and here is the heading, as you can see. Okay, now div class with the name of footer text, and this is for the footer text. As you can see, footer text. And form, we are going to create the form. As you can see, here is the form. Form class with the name of form form footer and div class with the name of form group, and in the input we are going to type the email class form input and paste holder enter your email. As you can see, here is the enter your email. Okay, and again we are creating a button class with the name of button primary, and the form is closed. As you can see, it starts from here and ends here. Again a nav, you can see we have created the nav here too. You can copy the exactly nav from the top that we have created in the header section like this. You can copy it from here till here and you can place it here. Okay, it's exactly like the same thing. You can see exactly same. Okay, now to style our sheet or moving to the style sheet, as you can see media query, I have used some media query here. As you can see, let me show you. To inspect, and it will change its height or width according to the media query. Okay, you can see it, it's adjusting its style. Okay, you can see. Okay, this is the media query that I have created. You can see okay, now for the media query, BP smallest to 24 m, BP small to 37.5 m, and BP medium to 56.25 m, and BP large to 75 m, and BP largest to 112.5 m. And the font is the sans serif. In the sans serif way pop-ins I have used from the Google Fonts, I have told you before, and I have used some colors here: color white, color black, background color box 1, box 2, box 3, and color heading primary, color for the about, for the heading, for the primary, body, and light. To center our content, I have told you before, we are going to use the row with the maximum width of 114 m and margin to 0 and auto. To center our content, we have used the media query here. When the screen size is changed, so the media query will be applied. As you can see, media only screen when the maximum width is BP large, and we have used the BP large. As you can see, 75 m. Okay, when the screen size is changed to the BP large, then the maximum width will be 100% and margin to the 0 and auto. Exactly like this. When the maximum width will be medium, then it will be changed. When the small, it will be changed, and when the smallest, it will also change its maximum width and margin. Okay, for the basic styling, unordered list to the style, list style to none. For the anchors, text decoration to none, and color to color body. For the images, maximum width to the 100% and height to the auto. For the headings, H1, H2, H3, H4 and H5, color to the color heading primary. For the all, before and after, margin to 0, padding to 0, and box sizing to inherit. For the HTML, as you can see, the font size is 62.5% and border box to the border sizing to the border box. Again, we have used the media query here. When the screen size turn to the large, then the font size will be changed, medium to the font size will be changed, small to the font size will be changed, and for the smallest, the font size will be changed too. For the body, font family to font primary, font weight to 400, color to color body, line height to 1.6, and background color to color background. As you can see, header starts from here. Now we are going to style our header here. Okay, for the header, height is 100 viewport width, and here again we have used the media query. When the BP is medium, then the height will be 90 viewport height. Okay, for the hero section, as you can see, for this hero section, transform to translate y to 6m, position to relative, because we are going to use the position absolute here. Okay, photo to maximum width to 100, height to 60 viewport height, position relative, and z index to -1. Again we have used the media query here, and we are creating this photo or styling this photo. Okay, for the image, width to the 100%, height to the 100%, display to the blocks, and object fit to the fill. For the overlay, position absolute, top to 0, left to 0, width to 100%, height to 100%, and background color to RGBA color black to 0.7. As this is the overlay. As let me show you overlay class. I am moving into the footer portion in the overlay class. Let me show you. This is the overlay. Okay, this class we are using for the figure. Okay, and in the figure we have used the photo, okay, and image. Okay, now we are going to use, or we are using the overlay portion. Okay, or now for the text line to the center, font size to the 1.6 rem, margin top to 2 rem. Again we have used the media query. I have told you before, it's the media query. When the maximum width will be medium, then font size will reduce to the 2 rem. Okay. Now for the form, as you can see, this is the form. For the form, position to the absolute, as you can see, we have used the position relative here. Okay, top to 50%, left to 50%, and transform to translate -50% and -50% from top to bottom and left to right. For the inputs, as you can see, these were the inputs. For the input, display to inline block, padding to 1.3 rem and 15 rem, maximum width to the 70%, outline to the none, border to the none, background color to this, as you can see, box shadow to this, as you can see, 0, 8 pixel, 32 pixel, 0, RGBA to color black, and opacity to 0.37. Backdrop filter, you can see, blur to 2.0 pixels. Okay. And you can see, this is the filter WebKit backdrop filter blur to 2.0 pixels I have used here, and border to 1 pixel solid, as you can see. And for the placeholder shown, as you can see, this is the placeholder. Font size to 1.3 rem, text transform to uppercase, and color to yellow green, as you can see it here. Okay. For the footer, as you can see, in the footer we also have used the form. Let me show you. Into the footer like this, the form group, and in the form group we have used class with the name of form footer. And in the footer portion, now we are styling this footer portion. As you can see, this footer portion, position to initial, transform to translate, 27 rem and -7 rem, and again we have used the media query. Okay, we are only styling this form portion, which is here, this form portion in the footer. Okay, again we have used the media query here. When the maximum width is medium and when the maximum width is small, then the transform translate will be changed according to the width. Okay, for the logo, as you can see, here is the logo. For the logo, font size to the 2 rem, color to color light, and again I have used the media query. When the maximum size will be medium and will be small, then the font size will be changed. Okay, navigation starts, as you can see, navigation starts from here. Then these are the navigation. For the navigation, padding to 2 rem and 0, display to the flex, align item to the center, justify content to the space between, and again we have used the media query. For the list, these are the lists. For the list, I have used the media query. When the BP is small, then the margin top will be reduced, and all but not the last child, margin right will be 2 rem. Again I have used the media query here and here. And for the items, these are the items, as you can see. display to the inline block, and again I have used the media query. When the maximum width will be small, then it will be displayed into the block form and text aligned to the center. And for the links, these separately are the links. Okay. For the links, font size to the 1.6 rem, again I have used the media query. And for the hovering effect, color to color primary and transition all to 0.2 second. As you can see, when you hover it, it will change its color. Okay, these are the links. For the call, as you can see, this was the call. For the call text to the font size 1.4 rem, and for the number font size to the 1.6 rem and color to color light. Okay. Now the icons, I don't use any icon, so I can remove it. So button, as you can see, button starts from here. As you can see, I have a button here. For this button, display to the inline block, padding to the 0.8 rem and 1.5 rem. For the primary button, as this was the primary button, let me show you primary button. Okay, so for the primary button, background color to the color primary, color to color background, border to 1 pixel, solid and color primary, font size to the 1.5 rem and text transform to uppercase. And for the hovering effect, color to color background, background color to light and border to 1 pixel, solid and color primary. For the transition, all to 0.5 second. As you can see, it will change its color. For the light color, that I will use in the next portion. As you can see here, this and this is the same button that I have used here, and this will be the light button. Okay, as you can see, this will be the light button. For the light button, color to color light, border to 1 pixel, solid color light, font size to 1.5 rem and margin right to 1 rem. And for the hovering effect, color to color light, background color to color light, border to 1 pixel, solid and color light and transition all to 0.5 second. Okay, as you can see, for the headings, I have separately used different headings. As you can see, I have used the primary heading here, here. Then I have used some headings here and some headings here. And for these, I have used primary heading, heading secondary, heading tertiary and heading 4. If you want, I can told you the code here, or if you want, I will tell you this code in the last. So moving to the section, about section. For the about section, as you can see, this is the about section. In this section, padding to the 10 rem and 0, 5 rem and 0, color to the color about. For the flex, as you can see, or I have told you, I have used the flex here. For the flex, display it to the flex, align item to the center and padding to the 5 rem and 0. For the background color, for the background, I have used the linear gradient to right bottom and used 3 different color. And again, I have used the media query here. For the photo, as you can see, I have used the photo here. For the photo, flex to the 0, 0 and 50%. For the text box, again, this was the text box, padding to the 0, 5 viewport width and 0, 0. For the para, font size to the 1.6 rem, margin bottom to 4 rem. And for the underline, that we have here, this underline portion, text decoration to underline. For the contact, as you can see, this was the contact, font size to the 2 rem, color to color heading and margin bottom to 2 rem. For the grid, as you can see, we have used this in the grid form, display to the grid, grid template column to repeat, auto fit, minimum maximum to 15 rem, 1 FR. And for the heading, again, font size, and in the grid we have used this as a heading and this as a details. Okay, font size 1.2 rem, text transform to uppercase, and again I have used the media query here. For the details, font size to the 1.4 rem and color to color heading. Okay, so the gallery section starts from here. As you can see, we are moving to the gallery section, and here we have used a picture and again some heading and detail. Gallery padding to 5 rem and 0 into the grid displayed. We have used the grid here displayed in the form of grid, and grid template column to repeat auto fit minimum maximum to 35 rem and 1 FR, grid gap to the 2 rem. For the items position to the relative, because absolute position is here. Photo position relative and display to the block. Overlay position to the absolute, top to 0, left to 0, width to 100%, height to 100%, and background color to RGBA, color black to 0.6. For the text box, as you can see, we have the text here. For the text box, position to absolute, because this is the relative position, but bottom to 2 rem and left to the 2 rem. For the heading, font size to the 1.4 rem, text transform to uppercase, and again I have used a media query. For the details, font size to the 1.6 rem and color to color heading, and again I have used a media query here. And moving further to the listing section, this is the listing section. In the listing section, padding to the 10 rem, 0, 5 rem and 0. For the items, background color, background to linear gradient to right bottom, and again I have used 3 different color. For the first, second, as you can see, margin bottom to 4 rem and margin bottom to 4 rem, and for the third one we don't use any margin bottom. Okay. For the flex, display it into the flex, align item to center, and again I have used the media query here. As you can see, we are using the flex to differentiate them or to use some space here, or to, as you can see, we have used the flex here. Okay. In the photo, flex 0, 0 and 40% position to the relative, because we have used the absolute position here. Image to display it to the block, and overlay position to the absolute, top to 0, left to 0, width to 100%, height to 100%, and background color. For the text box, as you can see, this is the text box. For the text box, flex to the 1, padding to 0 and 5 report width. And for the sale, as you can see, here is the sale. For the sale, text transform to uppercase, color to color primary, font size to 1.4 rem, and again I have used the media query here. For the price, color to color heading, font size to 3 rem and margin bottom to 4 rem. For the text, font size to 1.6 rem, margin bottom to 2 rem. And for the grid, display it into the grid. As you can see, we have used the grid here. Grid template column to repeat auto fit minimum maximum to 10 rem and maximum content. Okay. And for the item, I didn't use any item here. For the heading, font size to the 1.4 rem, text transform to uppercase, and again I have used the media query here. And for the details, font size to the 1.6 rem, color to color heading, and again I have used the media query here. For the more, as you can see, learn more. For the more, text transform to uppercase, font size to 1.6 rem, margin top to 4 rem, cursor to pointer, and again I have used the media query here. And for the hovering effect, color to color primary and transition all to 2 seconds, as you can see it. Okay. Now the listing section, as you can see, this section, the footer section, we have footer padding to padding to 10 rem, 0, 0 and 0, margin to 5 rem, 0, 0 and 0, background to linear gradient. Again I have used the same thing. As you can see, I have used this linear gradient 3 times. First, you can say, and second, and third. You can use multiple codes in the one section too. Okay. For the text, font size 1.6 rem, text align to the center, transform to translate y to -12 rem, and here I have used the media query. As you can see, this was already sorted into the header section. Okay, that we have used for the footer. Okay, in the form section. Okay, you can see it here. Now moving to the heading portion that I have told you. I have different heading, As you can see, I have different code for the heading primary, font size to the 5.5 rem, line to 1, line height to 1, font weight to 400, text align to center, letter spacing to 0.5 rem, and transform to translate vibe. And again, I have used the media query. For the secondary heading, I have used font size to the 5 rem, line height to 1, and font weight to 400. About the heading in the about section, text align to the center, color to color heading, text transform to uppercase, and margin bottom to 1. Let me show you the about section heading. This heading, okay. As you can see, color to color heading, okay. This and this, you can see this portion. For the watch, text align to center, margin bottom to 4M, and color to inherit, okay. And for the product, margin bottom to 4M. Heading tertiary, font size to the 4M, line height to the 1, font weight to the 400. For the listing, margin bottom to 2 rem, as you can see in this for the listing, okay. And heading 4, font size to the 4M, line height to 1, font weight to 400, color to color heading, text align to the center, and transform white to -14 rem. Again, I have used the media query here. So these were the headings. Today we have created this website by using HTML, CSS, okay. If you like the video, please like it, share it, and please comment. And if you want the source code of this website, then I will place the source code into the description box in a link. So thank you for watching.